Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Capricorn. If Capricorn is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so our card tonight, well, first I'll say this is a bonus reading for Capricorn. And our card tonight is the World card. And this is from Tarot of the Abyss. Hello, T. How are you? You just woke up. You missed all my other readings. She's come to bless us. Come on, baby. Oh, hello. Hi, baby girl. I missed you. You're so warm. Okay, let's see. What's going on in these tea leaves? And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Okay. Okay, so I want to look at these numbers first. We have 219. 219. We also have, it looks like, well, let's see. What does that look like? It looks like maybe 12 right here with a little heart. We also have a person with their arms raised in a kind of votive posture of praise. We also have another person in the same posture of praise. Now we have the moons up here. Okay, so there's a sense of maybe lunar qualities that really maybe they affect you deeply. When we are devotees of the moon, we are often people who are no stranger to the great ebb and flow of things, of life. And, maybe sometimes would be considered a little bit moody, right? And so, this might be something that makes sense to you, maybe not, but I do think that you probably have a decent amount of lunar energy in your chart, or just in your life in general. Okay. Now let's see. I want to go right here. So we have this beautiful wolf up here. You can see the body, the head it's kind of descending down here to see what's going on. Now we have a person standing here, holding hands, kind of almost it looks like in a union, maybe like getting married, right? Two people together. So there's a sense of union. Now we also have a person standing here, and we have a person standing here. It seems more like masculine, feminine. And so there is the great balance here. Now this doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be another person, another manifest person, but almost feels like this is you're a deeply realized person. You are somebody who is very in touch with your anima or animus, and somebody who maybe is fairly fluid in the archetypes of self, and shifts between, and or kind of all activated at the same time. But I do even see down here, it looks like we have these kind of little mountain peaks right here, and it just feels like everything is balanced. It's as it should be. We have the two holding hands together. We have the two, maybe patrons on each side. And then we have the two, little mountains down here. And it almost looks like they have eyes, like an owl. Okay. So it really is very interesting. This beautiful kind of balance But then we also have this wolf up here, kind of, prowling the perimeter of things. So I do think even with all of this kind of just self-realization, really, and I feel like you are maybe one of the rarities in life that really knows thyself, right? You are not afraid to look at the difficult aspects of self. You have probably partaken in shadow work, if formally or, just kind of it comes naturally to you. But I don't think that you are afraid to, look at all of these different parts of yourself and be many things at once. Now, I also think you are somebody who is probably fairly solitary, probably a fairly solitary person, maybe somewhat introverted, but I do think you're interested in other people. I think that you like to observe more than you like to be engaged in any kind of interaction. I think that you find other beings very captivating, very interesting, and I could imagine that maybe you would be something like a writer or, have great commentary on people, on society, on, maybe a comedian even. It makes sense. Capricorn, most people would think, I think, that a Capricorn would not be a great comedian. But I think so, definitely, because they feel like there's a certain cynical aspect to being a Capricorn. By the way, I'm a Capricorn ascendant, which I'm very proud of. But I also think very perceptive. Definitely an observer, clever, very intelligent people. I'm not saying that because I of my placement, but I do. I think Capricorns are often very intelligent, creative, innovators. Now we have this world card. So don't bite me, Mama. Come on. We have the world card down here, and so I do feel like you are somebody who is really good at creating kind of a vibe, an atmosphere, a environment to be in. You are very precise about how you live, what your home feels like. I think that you tend to go to places that feel like you can be connected to them. There's a certain specialness to this place. I feel that I can think here. I feel that I can sit here quietly. I can, watch the birds. I can watch the people. I can, whatever it is. But you have a few places like this. And I think that you're, a creature of habit. You definitely kind of stay in a routine, and you kind of stick to where you feel comfortable. But I do think that, you have kind of this wolf energy, and I think people are drawn to that. I think that people find it not somewhat, probably fairly attractive. But I do also feel that it can, I think on deeper levels, maybe make people, uncomfortable maybe, or not really sure of your intentions all the time. They might experience you as being somewhat cold, maybe like self-involved. But I do think that, you have a love for people. I just think that there's a sense of, kind of, there's a lot of space between you and others, but I think you're comfortable in this. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing. I also feel that you're probably somebody who is like pretty sensual. and pretty, you like the hunt. I think that you really like courtship. You like feeling attracted and somebody to be attracted to you. This is maybe your favorite place to be in. Now, that doesn't mean that you're always looking for new relationships, but even within your existing relationship, there's a sense of you're always kind of courting each other, and that's how you keep it interesting. It's how you keep very, involved in this relationship. You keep it alive and thriving. And that's, that's a really important thing, I think. Some of us, it takes forever to figure it out, but Capricorn just kind of, I think you have a natural ability to kind of stay in the flow of things, and you apply that to your relationships as well. Hi. You getting tired? I think so, huh? Okay, let's see. I'm not done with this. Why did I put that down? We're not done yet. Okay, let's see. I want to look. Oh, there we go. We have a face. Okay, so we have the side of a face. We have the nose, the mouth. They look like they're smiling. Yeah. I'm trying to see. We also have a butterfly kind of flying above somebody laying down. We have another eye. We have MS. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at this one, and it feels like an elemental spirit. It feels like I almost imagine this being kind of like a cloud, right? And I feel like there is an airy quality. I think just too, it seems like daydreaming, but it's not just that. I think it's like you just are really good at going into these places in your mind where you can really develop large kind of mythologies or and I would think of it as kind of world creating. You're somebody who, it's not, you don't just think of like a scenario, right? You are somebody who can think about like backgrounds, origin stories, interconnectedness. You have the ability to really kind of go into these really intricate it's not just the scenario. I feel like you have a really developed interior, but this is also creative. And I think that you, maybe as a kid, you would kind of just, I could imagine kind of laying around thinking about things, going outside, sitting and looking at the trees, and you would just be kind of zoned out, and I think that, maybe even like your parents or family or whatever, they kind of worried in some ways that you were always just often taught. There was a sense of almost like being super dissociated from your physical life. But I think that really this is ultimately that you are a creative, you're a thinker. You are somebody that lives in more than one place at once. And and somebody that, is prone to contemplation, also prone to rumination. Hopefully can try to stay out of the ruminating. And maybe that's where I get my, I just go in circles sometimes. I really make myself quite anxious going over every little possible outcome to things. But I do think that it's a dreamy quality. In my mind, I'm seeing it as kind of almost like these kind of 70s style cartoons, like the Hobbit, or what was that other one? The Last Unicorn, right? And very kind of flowy and dreamy and beautiful, and I feel like for some, I can imagine somebody, maybe your spouse or your partner, or somebody in your histories here, being so drawn to trying to get into your interior, like just be able to share. They want a glimpse of where you go to. And I feel like it's taken you time, or it will take you time to be able to even share these things with others. But I do think that if you are able to kind of employ it into your creativity, in your sharing with your beloved, this is the sweetness of human consciousness, our beautiful ability to world create, ultimately to make things out of nothing. And so, I feel like this is one of the things of your life. You are a daydreamer. You are always going to be a daydreamer, an innovator, a creative, a philosopher, and I hope you never, lose that or turn away from it, because it is something. Even you can see the smile on the face here. It just seems, quite serene. Oh, TT. My door is open, yet she still likes to bang it around. Okay. Hello, T. So we have a heart tied to a semicolon, right? Yeah. Yeah, not an ellipsis. Yeah, semicolon. So a heart tied to, and so another chance, right? Maybe the beginning of something else sometime in the future. So I feel like there's somebody who maybe you've once loved, who you still love, maybe, who they love you and probably have loved you, and maybe things did not work out, circumstances did not abide, and so I wonder if there will be a reunion. It seems like there is this unending tie there. The heart is interwoven. So I wonder if you are having another go around, or you will be, or this is something that you think about often, maybe. But I feel like there's an opportunity that will present itself. A door will appear. Now, will you decide to walk through it? That's a different story. But there's still the connection. It is still there. Okay, let's check out these dreamers The Dreamer's deck. 40 affirmations for pursuing your dreams from the I Know collection. Hello, TT. Okay, why don't you come over here? Because I don't want you bumping. Oh, there's my girl. There's my girl. Okay. Now I'm going to flip through and stop where it feels right. And it says, I know that everything aligns for my highest good. I am trusting the process. Yes, I am trusting the process. I love it. Very hard to do. When it feels right, it feels right. But oh my goodness, I like to pick apart the process. It doesn't work though. It doesn't help anything. That's that rumination. So hopefully you're better at trusting the process than I imagine though. I imagine you participate so much in the process, Capricorn, that you are kind of the process, aren't you? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you and I thank you for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to do these readings for you, especially the bonus ones, because I feel like they get a little more funky than the other ones. I feel a little more relaxed. And so if you would be so kind as to like the video, it helps the channel so much. And if you haven't subscribed, you know, and you might be thinking about doing it, I would love for you to hit that little button and also hit the little bell. I guess there's an icon for the bell you can do. And that will let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I would love to hear from you. I look forward to the messages every day, the comments. You know, some people are just so sweet. Other people are very open and sharing and encouraging. And I know TT has a lot of fans and some critics, but mostly fans. And yeah, we love to hear from you. And I definitely tell the cats, you got a lot of people out there that love you. So, anyhow, we'll talk in a few days. I love you. Take care of yourself. Enjoy. And good night.